Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wander and Grow. So today it's supposed to be, I think, 95 or something astronomical with humidity in North Carolina. Zone 8B or A, sometimes I forget, but either way, it's going to be blazing hot, and it's been blazing hot here. So today I'm talking about 5 things you can do garden related in your garden in the heat of the summer when you go outside you catch a sunburn so severe that you peel and look like a snake if you test it. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today. 5 things you can do, 5 things you can do in your garden related when it's hot outside. And then if you stick around to the end, I'll talk about a few things, just some tips and tricks that I'm sure you already know, to kind of stay out of the heat. Like tips to stay out of the heat. Yeah, let's call it that. All right, first things first, you want to get up early and well, you don't want to get up early. First things first, you want to preserve your harvest. I spend lots of time indoors during the summertime preserving, freezing, pressure canning, water bath canning, different sauces, the big harvests that I get like potatoes, carrots, stuff like that I'll harvest. And I spend most of my days indoors doing those types of things. So preserving and freezing, preserving in any different way for the winter time. Second thing is making tinctures, oils, salves, vinegars, lots of different things like that you can do indoors. You can do with your herbs that you've harvested, and different things like that. I have a whole shelf of different tinctures that I've got like kind of brewing, and then I'll sometimes take time during the day to bottle them up, label them, put them at the farm stand, put them where I want them, make some salves, label them, put them up for the winter, or just to use as time goes on. Next thing is dehydrate my herbs. So I will do a big bulk herb harvest, and then I'll set my oven to 180 and put my herbs on a pizza platter with some parchment paper down, sit them in there till they get nice and crunchy, beat them up with a mortar and pestle, and I'll put them in jars and different things like that, labeled, looking cute, to use for later cooking. That's another one, dehydrating your herbs. Another thing I like to do is making teas, but also soaps, bath bombs, and stuff like that. This year I've done with my daughter different bath bombs, different soaps, different soap style molds. It's really fun to do with the kids indoors, but I do use a lot of the herbs that I've harvested or that I have dried. Lavender, calendula. My mom says I said that word weird, but my dogs are at the gate. But anyways, I put those things in my soaps. I will put like chamomile, mint, stuff like that I've dehydrated and harvested in my little resealable tea bags. And I'll make little tea bags to give to people for Christmas, to give to my sister-in-law because she has menstrual issues, to put at the farm stand. And that takes up some time inside, keeps me busy. And then my last thing is planning for the winter. So last night I did research, talked to ChatGPT a lot about certain seed companies that I wanted to buy from this year, what I wanted to grow in my winter garden, what we've been eating a lot of that are winter crops, and I really focused on those things. So I've got that all planned out, what I bought the seeds, I'm kind of thinking about where I want to plant what, when I should seed start. And coming up as a side note, why fall gardening is the best time to garden if you're going to start gardening. Next video. That's the next video, because this summer heat is not even, this is garbage out here, okay? Fall, best time to plant. Next video. Hope you watch that one. Anyways, so plan your winter garden in the summertime. It's mid-July. It's almost time to get those little seedlings in the seed trays. All right, so there's your 5 things, and then a few tips to stay out of the heat. Sprinkler, drip water. We use a sprinkler this year. Last year Austin hand watered everything. It was miserable. He was out there for like 2+ hours roasting in the summer heat. He had a mad farmer's tan. This year we're using sprinklers that we let run for a pretty long time. A lot of people use drip. I would love to get drip or irrigation like put in, but you live and you learn. One day we'll have that. 2, shade your plants. So right now my garden is completely in the shade of my house, so I was able to get out there, pick some green tomatoes, harvest my potatoes, pick some herbs, and now I'm over here in the grow tent working on that, and it's nice and breezy right now. So but I think it's almost time to go in. It's a little cloudy too, so that's helping out. Anyways, work in the shade. Shade your garden. Put your garden somewhere shady. Put some shade cloths up for you and for the plants. See, start early, man. Start early. I'm not saying you got to set an alarm clock or anything, but if you go out there at 7, it's way cooler than what it is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. And then last things last, probably mulch just for your plants. They get hot too. So if you mulch, the less you'll have to water, the less water you're using. It's just, everybody's happy when you're mulching. You're getting a better harvest and stuff like that. And then one more final tip is that, I don't know if everyone knows this, but you can pick your green tomatoes and your green peppers and sit them out on a windowsill until they ripen. They will all ripen at about the same time. And then you can bulk preserve. I do this with marinara sauce, ketchup, barbecue sauce is what I'm planning to do in the next couple days. That's gonna keep me inside, out of the heat, because I bulk harvested some green tomatoes, put them on a windowsill. They've all turned pretty red, and I'll get to stay inside, enjoy the air conditioning while I'm preserving my summer harvest. So that's that. 5 things to do to stay out of the heat, a couple extra tips, I think it was 4, and then my favorite tip of all, because I love tomatoes. I'm a tomato girl through and through. So there you go. Like and subscribe, and please come back and see why fall gardening, and this little hair that won't lay down, come back and see me in this tiny hair, why fall gardening is the way to go. So many ideas with fall gardening. Coming up in my next video. Bye!